rothschildarchive.org. We're going to search the site for the word Suez, right? Because Rick was just talking about Suez. Let's type in Suez. Now, it would be amazing, huh? The loan receipts. You want to see the loan receipts? You want to see Lionel de Rothschild in the Suez Canal? It would be ironic if this Suez crisis also was like intertwined somehow with the people who brought apartheid to South Africa and apartheid to Israel later. That would be a notable piece of history that maybe should be under consideration. Lionel de Rothschild assists the British government to purchase shares in the Suez Canal. So the British government couldn't take down the canal by itself, and they had to go to their good friend Benjamin Disraeli, who wrote a famous book called Königsby, and it's basically like a novel about his relationship with Lionel de Rothschild going around doing the things that they did back in the 1800s. So if we cut back over to the browser, on the Rothschild timeline, we have to go to, what was that, 1870? Let's see. Somewhere along here in the long history, let's see. They took over the Royal Mint 1852. It was probably after that. Let's see. Exhibition. Let me do a control F. No, wait, right here. 1875. Look at this. Let's read all about it. rothschildarchive.org/exhibitions /timeline. Then you get down to 1875. We didn't even have to use the Internet Archive. We didn't even have to use a time machine. Baron Lionel de Rothschild is remembered in business for his assistance in British government. Milk, pasteurization. In 1875, so he's been, there's many of the Rothschilds involved in the government. 1875, to procure the Khedive of Egypt's, is that like a prince or sultan? What's a Khedive? Should we read on if we don't understand? The Egypt share in the Suez Canal, Lionel advanced a personal loan of £4 million sterling to his friend Disraeli, a huge sum at the time. So, much like Wellington, Napoleon, they couldn't afford to do it, the British government. They had to go to the Rothschilds. Again, for the Suez Canal and the Egyptian crisis, Rothschilds. Founding of Israel, British and French Rothschilds. Cecil Rhodes in South Africa, British Rothschilds. So I'm not saying they're involved in everything. I'm not saying they control everything. I think that their place in history is substantial. The history that they participated in is noteworthy, and it should be widely known that these movers and shakers of the international economic genre are to be understood. This is how the world works. These are people who bought the Suez Canal and loaned the money to the government. I think that's a notable place in history, and people should be more educated about such things.